So quickly join the live stream so that we can start the topic and passive voice on the demand of you all. Quickly, let me share with the group. So quickly join me so that we can start. There Ankur Pandey beta. Very good evening. Ritika YouTube beta, very good evening to both of you. Thank you for joining quickly. Now share the rules. Tell me, yesterday even I told you what are the tenses which we cannot change into passive voice. Quickly type and send me. Yesterday I told you. Okay. Very good evening, beta. Lalji. Beta, mention your name. Very good evening, beta. Thank you for joining. So you people must be waiting for the live stream so that we can start studying passive, active and passive voice. So quickly drop me that you have studied the rule in advance. If not, then I will begin with the beginning. Right? Mamta from APS, Akhnur. Great. Thank you for joining Mita from Akhnur. Siddharth. Very good evening to all. Very good evening. Okay, Mita Naveen, understood. You are Naveen, fine. Thank you for joining, Mita. So quickly reply me, you people must. I told you yesterday that read the rules. Few of the rules I already discussed before doing the examples. So let's recapitulate what we studied yesterday. After that, we will do the changes of active into passive and passive into active voice, right? So very firstly, the formation of the sentence is, in active voice, it is general rule follows, right? Subject plus helping verb plus main verb, right? Or simply you can say subject, then verb, then object, right? Object is mandatory. And object, the sentence which is having object, that is called transitive, right? Transitive verb. So it is mandatory. Without that, we cannot change it into passive voice. Okay, beta? So in active voice, the rule is subject plus verb plus object. Whereas in passive voice, very firstly object will come, then next helping verb will come, then main verb, and then by, and then subject. So this is the formation of passive voice, right? So you people can note it down. Very firstly, you need to clear your this thing, that the transformation of the sentence, how the formation of the sentence will be, right? So this concept should be clear very firstly. Then you have to understand that how the sentences are in the different tense and how they are changing differently, right? Right. Hello, beta Abhinav, Seerath. Thank you for quickly joining. Have already gone through rules, ma'am. Okay, great, beta Mamta. Thank you. For others, I thought I must share that. So let's jump on exercise. Yesterday also I shared maximum rules. So we can start the doing question, because it comes by practice only. As you people start changing into active to passive and passive to active, automatically the rules get clear, right? But you should note it down that there are 4 types of sentences which cannot be changed into active to passive. What are those? Because in every book it is given, especially it is given in the blog, to note it down, important note, and it is mentioned there. So anybody can tell what are the 4 tenses which cannot be changed into passive voice. Mamta beta, you mentioned that your rules are clear. You have done, you have gone through already. So quickly tell me, what are the types of tenses which cannot be changed into passive voice? This is very important. Okay, one you mentioned, beta Abhinav, that is future continuous. Rest of the three types are left still. There are four types of tenses which cannot be changed into passive voice. No, it's wrong. You must remember one thing, that in all the four continuous is there. Now recall. Continuous is there in that particular type. Perfect. One more I got. And now two left. Two types are left still. We got future continuous, we got past perfect continuous. What are the two left? Present perfect continuous. Great. Correct. One more left. Now one is left. Three tenses are done. Present perfect continuous. Again I got present perfect continuous, past perfect continuous, present perfect continuous. Ahana beta, you have mentioned two only. Uh, I was expecting four from you. Future perfect continuous. Done. Abhinav. Now it is complete. So make it, write it together. Okay? In your notes. As I always ask that important rules just pen down. So get ready with that. Always keep one rough copy, a pen, and your textbook with yourself whenever you are attending a live stream. So just what mention it again. Present perfect continuous, past perfect continuous, future continuous, and future perfect continuous. And it should be on your tip as an important rule that these four cannot be changed into passive voice, right? Very good evening, Vita Laksh. Now. Okay. So let's jump on doing the examples, right? First example. My purse was snatched. This is active. My purse was snatched. Change into passive voice. Okay, it is my purse snatched. My purse snatched by someone. Okay, it is actually passive. You can, this is the example of omission of the object, where the object is missed out, right? Right. So this is the example of that. My purse was snatched by someone. This is passive. Now change into active. What is my personal? Laksh beta, why you typed my personal? Beta, this is the example of a passive voice. This is the example of passive. You need to change into active. Okay. So how will you change? My purse was snatched by someone. This is a passive voice. Change it into active. No, beta. Now try again. Object is my purse. So how the object can come first in active? That's why yesterday I also mentioned this thing that passive to passive change into active. While changing passive into active, it is pretty difficult, right? No, not has will not. Lakshya beta has will not be there, right? Has is nowhere mentioned in your passive voice. Then how could you introduce a has there? You cannot mention on your own. The tense form will be the same. You yourself cannot add on, right? No, Abhinav beta, again it is wrong. First one is correct. Why you typed second time? Someone snatched my purse. This one is the correct. Second one is wrong. Someone snatched my. This one is wrong. Because was snatched is there, right? And what we rule studied. What was the rule? That if it is past tense, second form of verb is there, then was or were plus third form of verb will be there, right? In simple past. So same rule will be followed, right? My purse was snatched by someone. But someone can be excluded, right? Can be omitted. It is not mandatory to mention that someone snatched my purse. It is understood that someone, right? Fine, someone is snatched. Done with another example. Let's jump on another example. That is, they were donating books. They were donating books. Change into passive voice. This one is active. They were donating books. Because Sirat, this time your answer is also correct. You tried many times and finally the correct one. The question is, beta, they were donating books. They were donating books. Who is going to tell me the tense of this statement? Firstly, you have to make the habit that identify the tense first. Then there will be the chances of wrong answer will be less, right? Perfect, Peter. Perfect. It is past continuous tense. Now change it into passive voice. They were donating books. So what is the rule for past continuous? Type the rule quickly. Any one of you. For past continuous, what is the rule to change the active into passive? For all the continuous, whether it is present, past, or future, everywhere being will be there. Future, though, we cannot change. We cannot change in the future continuous, right? It is mentioned, we have studied in future continuous, present perfect continuous, past perfect continuous, and future perfect. We cannot change the into passive, right? So what left? In continuous where? Present continuous and past continuous. There will be being, is, am, are plus being, and was and were plus being. Right? So that way you need to change. Ahana. Correct, beta. I got your rule. You learned the rules properly. Great. Was, were. There should be a slash mark between was and were. Okay? That way you need to write. So was, were plus being plus third form. Very correct. Now put it in the sentence. They were donating books. Change into passive voice. Beta, Sirat, it is damn wrong. Your statement is no helping verb. You have used there. Check out the rule. Check in your chat box. There is one of the student, Ahana, she mentioned the rule correctly. And put your statement in that way. Ahana beta, I am waiting for your reply. Correct reply. I am expecting from you. If the rule is correct, then your answer can be correct. So quickly send me. Lakshya. No, beta, you have mentioned the books are donated by him. This is your framed, your passive voice conveys that you misinterpret that answer is present indefinite. The active voice of your statement will be that they donates book. They donates the book. For that you have framed your passive voice, right? And my question is they were donating books. For they beta, what will be the possessive pronoun? Abhinav beta, your all statement is correct. Accepted your possessive. I mean that word you use at the end, him. There was not he, there was they. So they will be changed into what? Beta Lakshya, again you tried were donated, you have mentioned. The books were donated. The question is past continuous. Try to understand this thing. Books were being donated by them. Yes, this is the correct one. The books were, the books is not required. The was not there, so you cannot add on any article on your own, right? Books were there, so books will be, right? So Abhinav, your answer is correct. Books were being donated by them. Donated, it should be not donating. Again, incorrect. You need to change into donated. Being is there already. If you have mentioned being in the sentence, then why you are repeating ing form again? That is the reason we cannot change future continuous into passive voice. And these are the reason. Present perfect continuous, past perfect continuous, future perfect. These cannot be changed into passive voice because being is also there, already there in the sentence, and that verb is in the continuous form. Right? Books were being donated by them. This is the correct one. Final, and the correct answer is this only. No beta. Siddharth, your one is also incorrect. Just correct it, practice it and correct it. Look at others' answers. Books were being donated by him, not them, beta. Sirath? Oh. Now, correct. Everybody is start giving correct answer. 3, 4 correct answers I got. Now we can switch to the another example. That Rahman does polite talk. Rahman does polite talk. Change into passive. Firstly, tell me which tense this statement belongs to which tense. Rahman does polite talk. Perfect, beta. Abhinav. You identified the tense correctly. Now change into passive voice. Here is the challenge. Rahman does polite talk. Beta, Rahman does polite talk, it is. Very good, Anna, beta. You are quickly mentioning the rules. Rules are the very important thing. Once you understand the way you do in the mathematics, if your formula is correct, then your solution will be correct, right? In the same manner. If you understood the grammar rules, then the formation, the changes of the sentences will be correct automatically, right? So is am are plus V3 verbs third form. How could you spell the question, beta? Repeat, right? It should be not a spell. Question cannot be in one spelling, right? Okay. The question is Rahman does polite talk. Rahman does polite talk. Soft talk you have mentioned, beta. Polite it is. Synonyms, you cannot put the synonym on your own. Beta, question is Rahman does polite talk. Beta, you have mentioned does. Does will be changed into third form. What is the third form of does? Do you know that? Perfect, beta. That's why I mentioned if your rule is correct, then definitely your statement will be correct. And you proved it. Polite talk is done by Rahman, right? This is the correct answer. So let's discuss another one. Now I'm going to ask a question in the negative, right? You need to change into negative. These are the negative sentences you need to change into passive voice, right? How will you change? Do it in that way. I do not eat pizza. I do not eat pizza. Change it into passive voice. Lakshmita, your answer is correct. So you can try the next one. Disan Singh is there. First reply I got from you, Vita. I think you were the new. First time you joined the live stream, I guess. Neelam Sagar is also there. Polite talk is done by Rahman. Very nice, Vita, correct. Sirat Vita, your answer is also correct. So now try the next one. Another example which I gave you, I do not eat pizza. Change into passive voice. It's Dipansi. Okay. Okay, beta. Okay. First time you replied, I guess. You mentioned that you joined the live stream, but you never replied. So first time you replied, and I guess your answer is correct. Pizza is not eaten by me. Correct answer it is. I'm waiting for the rest replies. Urmila. Books I donated. Beta, what you are trying, you're very abrupt. I think this was the first question which I asked, and that is totally incorrect. You have mentioned. What was the question? I do not eat pizza. This is the question you need to change into passive voice. Neelam Sagar, beta, you asked the question, so I repeat it. I do not eat pizza. This is the negative sentence. You need to change this negative sentence into passive voice. The pizza not eat. Very incorrect, beta. I must say. The pizza not eat. Very incorrect. Pizza is not eaten by me. Now it is. Perfectly correct. No, although you didn't write this, this is by Laksh. So, beta Laksh, your answer is perfectly correct. Abhinav, pizza is not eaten by me. Your is also correct. Accepted your first letter. P should be in capital letter, right? The first letter of the statement is always in capital letter, right? Yes, I ma'am. Yes, I ma'am. Beta, what sort of sentences you are typing? I'm not getting. Correct, beta, correct, all of you. I got 5, 6 answer, correct answers. So now let's discuss another example. Shall we try interrogative? Are you people able to reply me if I ask interrogative active? Can you change into passive? Pizza is eaten, not eaten by me. Repeated, beta. Eaten is repeated in your sentence. It was a negative sentence. So instead of eaten, what can be there? Is not eaten by. And eaten should not be repeated. Neelam, cross check your answer, beta. Ahana is mentioning yes, ma'am. ठीक है. Okay, I'm going to give you another example related with interrogative passive. Okay, so who will drink the coffee? Who will drink the coffee? It should be changed into passive voice. Who will drink the coffee? Firstly, identify the tense. Who will drink the coffee? Mention which tense it is. Present, how would you say present? Beta, will is there. Who will drink the coffee? Who will drink the coffee? Abhinav and Ahana. Both of you have given correct answer. Ahana beta, your first letter should be in capital. This is the silly mistake you did, which is unexpected from you. Okay? So next time, don't do such mistakes. Okay, next question is why did you hit the baby? Why did you hit the baby? Beta Ahana, try the next one. Why did you hit the baby? How will you change this? Correct, beta Siddharth. Now you are working hard. Abhinav and Ahana, again your answers are correct. Perfectly correct. You need to mention the question word. Why, where, which, everything. Accepted who. Everywhere the question word will be the same and other rules will be followed. Okay? So third form, by is there. Third form is there, helping verb is there. Everything is there, right? Only in whom will we use, by whom, okay? In case of, fine. Another example I'm going to ask, that is, Neha is selling fruits. Neha is selling fruits. Identify the tense first. Neha is selling fruits. Fruits, it is fruits, beta, not fruit. One fruit, who is going to sell one fruit? Neha is selling fruits. Selling it is. Continuous is there. Dipansi, you identified the tense correctly. So now change your passive voice in correct form. Abhinav beta, it's fruits, not fruit. Again and again I'm telling you all. It is fruits. Neha is selling fruits. Correct. Now it is correct. Fruits are being sold by Neha. Perfect. Ansu is also joined me and with the correct answer. Thank you, Beta, for joining. Ansu, after a long time, I saw you. Is MR plus being plus third form, Beta Anna. Thank you for continuously typing your rules. This is the only practice makes a man perfect. Great enthusiasm you have. Keep it up. This is the way you can memorize the rules. Okay? Fruits is being. Beta is being instead of is being Lalji Yadav. That is Naveen. Okay? So Naveen beta, you cross check your reply, your passive voice. Fruits are there. It is plural. So helping verb will be plural, right? So instead of is are will be there. Programmer is programmer joined. Yes, Ashwini beta, thank you for joining. You are a bit late, but it's okay. Now try one question which I gave you. You need to change into passive voice, and that is Neha is selling fruits. Fruits are being sold by Neha. Correct, beta Anna? You are doing so well. Your rules were also correct and sentence passive voice is also correct. Now I'm going to ask you passive to active, right? The portrait was sketched by the artist. This is the passive, you need to change into active. The portrait was sketched by the artist. The portrait was sketched by the artist. Now you need to change into passive to active. Passive into active, which is a bit difficult. The portrait was sketched by the artist. Waiting for the reply. Who is going to first? Fruits are being sold by Neha. Correct, better Sirath. But first send letter will be in capital letter. First letter of your statement will be always in capital letter. Make a habit. Quickly change it passive into active. The portrait was sketched by the artist. Try it up. Quickly send me the reply. I'm waiting for. Yes. Ahana beta. I got your reply and that is perfectly correct. Disan saying the sketch was portrayed by. No, it is incorrect. Only correct reply I got from Ahana. The artist sketched the portrait. See, let try the another example which I gave you. The portrait was sketched by the artist. Right, beta, right. Now I'm getting correct answers. I am Kushag. Okay, beta, you are there. Ahana is your sister, right? So you are taking the help of your sister, I guess, because you are not that interactive in class. I must say this, right? So your sister is helping you out. Fine, no issues. Still work hard. Siblings are there for the help. Another, some roses were given to her. Some roses were given to her. We were some roses were given to her. Try this one. Okay, beta, Sirat, you are a bit late, but correct answer. Try the next one. Some roses were given to her. Abhinav, beta, where are you? You actually kept your textbook with yourself, so that's why you are quickly replying. You were. Abhinav, beta, are you there? Quickly reply now. Some roses were given to her. These are the same kind of sentences where the subject can be omitted, right? So try, think about it. Beta, this is passive voice. You need to identify first that the sentence is given in passive voice or in active, right? Some roses were given to her. This is itself a passive voice, beta. Some roses are what? Object. You must understand. Then helping verb is there. Then third form. Then how would you mention this that this is a passive voice, right? It's a passive voice. You need to change into active, right? No, beta. The roses will be not the roses. Your answer begin with that. Some roses were given to her. Here the subject is omitted. Try to understand this. Some roses were given to her. Some roses were given to her. Bit complicated, but you can. Actually, subject is missing. That's why it is bit complicated. You need to self identify that what can be the subject there, right? She is mentioned and roses are mentioned, some roses. No beta, again incorrect. Sirat, try one more time. Some roses were given to her. This is the question, beta. Try to understand this. Ahana. I mean, Kushagra. Some roses were given to her. This is passive voice. And you need to change into active voice, right? And subject is omitted here, as I told you earlier. That subject, if it is self-understood, then in that case, subject can be omitted. Teacher teaches in students, right? So in that case, how will you change? The students are taught. It is not required to mention taught by the teacher. It is self-understood that teacher teaches, right? Whosoever is teaching, they are teacher, right? Some roses given to her. No, beta, again it is incorrect. Neelam Sagar, your answer is also incorrect, beta. Again and again, I am giving you the hint that subject is omitted here. Try to understand this. It should be changed into simple past tense. You need to put one subject first. Then the sentence will be in second. The main verb will be in second form. The main, which is the main verb here in the sentence? Given. So given will be changed into gave. You need to add one subject there. What can be then? 3-4 hints I gave you. He gave her. You need to mention he. This subject can be introduced here. He gave her some roses. So that is changed into passive. Some roses given to some roses were given to her. Gave was there. So gave will be changed into was were plus third form. So you will change into some roses were given to her, like that. Okay. Let's do another example. We know the facts. We know the facts. This is active. And now you need to change into passive voice. We know the facts. Ahana beta, Yashashwini beta, please try. Am I audible to you all? Or you left it? Left the live stream? I'm waiting for the reply. Quickly just mark up, just keep the rules in front of you. It must be in your book. And then that way just practice it. This will only help you out to have a command on active and passive voice. As much as you will practice, as much as you will find that your active and passive will be enhanced. The facts, Lalji, the facts. Beta, the question was what? We know the facts. We know the facts. So first tell me the tense. We know the facts. Simple present. And what you have mentioned in your statement? The facts we know by him. From where you brought this him? We is there. Beta, you people are stuck on roses only and still it is incorrect. Some roses, it is not. He gave some roses, this is the correct answer. Okay, beta, Ahana, I mean Kushagra and Sirat. Both of your answers are incorrect. So kindly note it down somewhere that he gave some roses. Okay, this was the passive of which I asked. Okay, this is the active and this was the passive. The question I asked, that was the passive of this particular statement. He gave some roses. Some roses were given to her. This was the passive, right? So now another example statement I gave. We know the facts. Now you need to change into passive voice. We know the facts. We know the facts. What happened, beta? Urmila, why you are mentioning excuse me, ma'am? We know the facts. Change it into. We know the facts should be changed into passive voice. How will you change it? This is very, make it a habit that firstly identify the tense. So this is simple present, okay? Now you need to change into passive voice. Formation of the sentence should be in your mind always. Object will come first, then helping verb will come, then main verb will come, then by will come, then your subject will come. This is the formation changing the active into passive. Okay? In active we follow the general rule, right? Subject plus verb plus object. But in passive what happens? It is totally just opposite, right? Object comes first, then helping verb, then main verb, then by, preposition, then subject. Okay? That way. Perfect. Now I got the one correct answer. The facts are known to us. This is the correct answer. The facts are known to us. Right? Others can see this. If it is visible to all of you, otherwise you can note it down. I already mentioned the facts are known to us. What bit you want to convey, Urmila? I don't know you personally, but you can mention your question, what you want to ask, what your query is. You can mention. Twice you have typed, excuse me, ma'am. So now mention your query. They inspected the academy. They inspected the academy. This is correct, beta. I already mentioned that your reply is correct. One and only reply I got, and that is yours, and that is correct. Kushagra, beta. I'm talking about you. The facts are known to us. Neelam, your answer is also correct, beta. Thank you. Now I gave another statement. You need to change into passive. And that is, they inspected the academy. They inspected the academy. Inspected the academy. Correct, beta, Sirat. Try the next one. They inspected the academy. This is the active one. This is my question. You need to change into passive voice. Okay? Beta, this is Ahana Kushagra. This is the question I asked you. This is active. You need to change into passive. What you typed? This is the question. Okay? They inspected the academy. Okay, ma'am. Yes, ma'am. Okay, ma'am. I got it. But I did not get your answer, beta. Waiting for your reply. Passive statement. Perfect. The academy was inspected by them. So they is changed into them, and academy, the academy object came first, and inspected second form was changed into was, and plus third form, right? So great, Vita, great job. Jyoti Bharti is there. मैम मुझे इंग्लिश बिल्कुल नहीं आती. बेटा टाइप इट इन इंग्लिश. पीजीटी टीजीटी पीजीटी मुझे ज़बरदस्त पढ़ना पड़ रहा है. Beta, if you surrender yourself like this, then who can teach you English? If you are not able to type one statement, your statement should not be in Roman Hindi, it should be in English, at least. Okay, beta Jyoti? So make it a habit. Instead of typing Roman Hindi, type in English. This is my humble request if you really want to improve your English. Okay? Okay, thank you. So now you can ask. Lots of videos are there in my channel. You can watch it and revise all your grammar portion one by one. And if you are having any sort of difficulty, then you can ask me in live stream. Academy is inspected by, is not, was better. It was inspected, so it was second form. It means that statement was in simple past. So simple past will be changed into was plus were plus third form, right? Neelam beta, and my instructions are for you. So the academy was inspected by them, right? This is the correct answer. Correct it. Others. Okay, I'm asking another example. Uh, she has eaten the pudding. She has eaten the pudding. She has eaten the pudding. Find out the tenses. Find out the tense in this sentence. Firstly, identify the tense, then try. Firstly, try the tense, then try to change it into passive voice, okay? Pudding, not beta, it is pudding. Pudding, pudding. Jyoti, beta, you can try also. If you cannot do anything, at least type the question, okay? If you cannot change into passive voice, at least try to type what I asked the question that can be typed in the same form. Jyoti Bharti, this instruction is for you, beta. If you cannot change into passive voice, at least type my question. Putting, not beta. The putting again, it is wrong. Pudding, pudding. Pudding, it is pudding. So now it is showing two participants. It means maximum people they left. They went for sleep or they went for the dinner. So this is the time to close the live stream, I guess. Beta, you are a bit late again. The academy was inspected by them. It is the correct answer, but your answer we are discussing another example. She has eaten the pudding. This is the question. She has eaten the pudding. Identify the tense first. She has eaten the pudding. Firstly, beta, identify the tense. Which tense is this? She has eaten the pudding. She is there, beta. You have mentioned at the end him. How could him? If she is there, how could it be him? She has eaten. Could you tell me the tense? She has eaten the pudding. The pudding eaten by him. No, it's wrong. Ahana means Kusagar. It is wrong, beta. And one more who gave the reply, Neelam Sagar. It is incorrect, beta. She has eaten the pudding. This is the question. She has eaten the pudding. No. But tense, you couldn't identify the tense. Future perfect you are mentioning. She has is there. Will or shall is not in the sentence. Then how would you say that it is future tense? Future perfect. Has is there. Where we use has and have. Where we use has and have, firstly mention that. No, no was will be used. Na Kushagrapita, you mentioned the pudding was eaten by her. Again incorrect. In your statement, active voice has given is there, has eaten is there. So has is used in which tense? Has and have. Has, have plus third form is used in which tense? Present perfect, right? So your tense will be the same in your passive voice also, right? Just clear your concept. There would be no change in your tense type, right? Only the formation of the sentence will change. Tense will be similar. So how will you change? Has will be there in the sentence. Eaten will be eaten is already in third form. So eaten will be eaten. Then what will you add further? So the pudding has been eaten by her, right? The pudding has been eaten by her. So this is the correct formation of passive voice. So this is about, I think you people are done with. Now if you still want to try one more, then passive is we are given some almonds. We are given some almonds. Change into active voice. We are given some almonds. Similar statements. Some roses were given to her. In the same way, you need to change into active voice. We are given some almonds. Change it into active voice. This is passive in the passive form. We were given some almonds. Beta, the question is we were given some almonds. Same mistake you are doing. What you did at that time. I'm telling you that the subject is missing here. Omitted. We are given, it is written. So how could you say that we gave? We are given some almonds. I mean, we were given. So were given is changed to gave. This is the correct. Now the formation will be changed. Your verb is you choose the correct verb here. We were given some almonds. Some roses were given to her. The way you change there, in the same way here also it will change. Your sentence will change. So the answer is he gave us some almonds. He gave us some almonds. This is the one of the type of active into passive, right, beta? Where the subject get omitted, right? Where the subject is not required to mention, right? So this is one of the important type of passive to change into active or active to change into passive, right? Which requires extra effort while preparing active into passive or passive into active, right, beta? So this the time is crossing more than 1 hour again. This is the first highest record, I guess. Yesterday's record is also broken here. So we need to close the live stream, beta. All of you, thank you for studying. Thank you for joining. Keep working hard and stay motivated. Good night, all of you. Loads of love and blessings. Here I'm going to close. Good night once again. Beta, I read your statement. I have some problem. Kushagra, beta. You can mention what sort of problem you are mentioning. Still, I can vote a few minutes. You have mentioned here, I have some problem. What sort of problem you are talking about? Quickly mention it, beta. Kushagra, to change active into passive or passive into active. Beta, you are new in the class and these things are not taught yet. So don't worry about it. Passive into active. Yes, it is bit difficult because we are in the habit to change the active into passive. So it will come by practice only. Okay, beta? So practice more and more. I will send you a few more set of questions. I have your personal number. So I will drop you along with the answer. Just practice it. Okay? Okay, beta. Sure. Good night once again. My pleasure, beta. My pleasure.